typical floor plan, and then you will actually see, I'm going to show you the photo superimposed against the existing structures here. So you're all familiar with the school. This is where the building will sit in relation to the school and to the existing structure. Right, so the building sits this is the school. This is the uniform shop. I understand. This is some orientation for where the building is. This is with Evarts St School. It's definitely pretty close, but when you're far away from that place, the opportunities to provide feedback So I'm showing you this is the building.
On the other side, on the other side,
I got a question I'd like to answer for everybody. I know this will be a concern. So the question was, we got 106 parking spaces. Where's everybody else going to park? Okay. So this comports with the city's guidance around the number of parking spaces. The idea around this space, if you go back to the small area plan that was put in place some years ago, the city really moved in a direction to try to move density and people around the metro assets. So the idea is that people are not driving in their cars, that they're living near the metro and they'll be walking back and forth and not necessarily in cars. So we'll talk about bike share.
When they put the small area swing out of the district,
It's no longer effective. I don't believe that's the case.
all the players that is in the small
Well,
area.
let's be utilizing the space over there with a wall fence.
Well, there'll be parking, and so there's not much off-street parking on there, so I'm not, in terms of,
Yes, they are.
parks and those are things that we can I mean, I don't know if maybe that's happening now, but for these residents, and we can talk about what you need to, as a community, to ask the city to make certain.
At first, they were leaving cars, but my wife and one of our neighbors called in.
get them tickets.
Because they were leaving, renting those, what them time thing cars?
Cargo. 5 or 6 of them sitting in front of your house.
Okay.
That's legal.
We'll take that back as a concern and try to figure out how to make that work.
Take a concern.
So, any other questions on I'm sorry, you didn't see the, so you'll see here how it's I got it back up. I got it, well, I should, and unfortunately, no, yeah, I want you, yeah. So superimpose here. This is Rhode Island.
Notice the distance.
So there's no problem on Reed Street. There would, Reed Street, if you look at the way it's designed right now, again, what the developer's going to do is put in infrastructure, so there will be sidewalks and such there. But again, that's not a decision that the developer will make. we can go to the city and make, if there's a desire from the community that there not be parking on Reed Street, then let's express that.
Is that your intention to build an apartment?
I'm sorry. I know that, let me just make a comment here. I'm very sorry for the snafu with the presentations. Honestly, we as a community do deserve better, okay, for such an
Right.
important presentation. okay?
Absolutely.
And I do want to indicate that, and I know this is not a solution for everybody because not everybody has internet access or access to the websites, but some of these plans, my understanding is, will be provided for me to post on the internet and on my website. In addition to that, there's going to be another presentation at the full ANC 5B meeting, which will be happening in 2 weeks, and I will be putting out notice of that as well, at which time I would anticipate that whatever snafus will have been worked out. So, with that understanding, again, I apologize for this because we all deserve better than that. You know, but let Mr. Griffin finish the presentation because I know there's a lot of questions, myself included, you know, about some of the specifics of this proposal. Okay, so I really, really appreciate your patience.
So before we go further, how can the full body see this presentation if the community doesn't have a real focus or picture of what this is going to be? Because you're going to present it to them and the community still really hasn't seen it. So how can you as our ANC commissioner go to the full body without not really the neighborhood getting the full picture of this?
So when I say that they're presenting before the full body, it's not that a resolution is coming before the body. We're not going to vote on anything. It's going to be another presentation just like this. It's for the community's benefit and for their understanding. You do ask a fair question. It is standard for the community most immediately impacted to be informed prior to the full ANC meeting. I don't have control over the way the presentation is being done. My understanding is that there was going to be a projector and all that. So I mean, we have the choice of adjourning the meeting, you know, or we can do the best we can to learn the most we can now that we're all here again.
Let's learn as much as we can.
Let me say this again. Again, I deeply apologize. I do, and I in no way, I mean, you can see I brought all of my equipment here. I got a new computer, didn't contemplate that I needed to get a new projector to work with my new computer. Okay, so I apologize for that. And I agree that you all deserve better. And I'm prepared to do whatever I need to do to give you a better presentation so you can see the visuals. Okay? So that's sincere, and I want to make certain that you all have as much information as you need to be comfortable with the project. Okay? So I live in this community. I want everybody to understand that. And I work for a council member as chief of staff. I get this, right? So, and that's why I think I'm well positioned to be able to present this to the community. I'll take your concerns back in earnest, and I'll have the opportunity to make certain that the development treats this community well. Okay? So, I'm going to